This is Ruth Stroup from Farmers Insurance, and today we're going to be talking about renting a car. Usually we insure cars, and so we talk about the car you own. Understanding how to insure the car you rent is equally important, and that's what we're talking about today. We'll include the liability coverages, the collision coverages, your credit card, and what to do when you're vacationing international. Here's some of the rules of the road that I think of when it comes to renting a car. First of all, your liability insurance, assuming you have a personal insurance policy, will absolutely cover you, and you can do the waiver on the liability insurance. I will tell you that the insurance company will want your name to be on both the insurance policy and the rental contract. So make sure you're signed up in both places. Then it comes to the collision waiver. Should I get it? Should I not? Costs about $10 to $15 a day. The cost adds up. I get it. Maybe you don't want to get that coverage. Here's a couple times when I think you should consider it. The first is, am I going someplace unfamiliar? You know, one of the things that happens, and it's happened to me for sure, is when I don't know where I'm going, I tend to bump into things. And I don't have accidents, but I scratch up the rental car or my own. Having the rental agency's collision coverage will make sure that the car is repaired and there'll be no incident reported to your driving record. That's important. Anytime you have an accident and it's repaired by your insurance company, of course, your rates might go up. Here's another reason to consider getting the collision coverage. I call these emotional times. You know, whether we're happy or sad or just a little shaken up after an accident, sometimes we become distracted drivers. I see this on people's driving records all the time. I'll pull an assessment of how many points are on the record, what will the insurance rate be, and I'll be able to target a 6 or 9 month period where somebody was simply having a lot of issues with driving. It could have been a divorce, financial hardship, or an illness. All of these things contribute to distracted driving. So whether it's a happy occasion like a wedding, or a sad occasion like a funeral, or you're just a little bit shaken up because you've had a car accident, at those times in particular, I recommend taking the collision coverage. Another thing people simply don't know is that if you use your own insurance on a rental car repair, there's usually an administrative fee. That fee can be anywhere from $100 to about $250. So if you're doing a very short-term rental, you probably want to have the collision coverage. That way you can avoid any costs and any additional costs for using insurance. Many of our clients have just a liability only policy. Maybe it's an older vehicle, and it might be the only vehicle they own because they bike and BART and use public transit and they walk. So having a car is not that important. But when they're doing a weekend getaway, they want to rent a car. In that case where you have no collision coverage, you absolutely must take the rental car's collision coverage. One of the life hacks that we recommend to our clients is to check with their credit card company to see what benefits might be offered in handling that collision coverage. Sometimes they'll completely take care of it. In that case, you can waive the rental car's insurance altogether. Will you be traveling overseas and renting a car, going to Mexico? In those cases, you need to get local insurance. In those cases, you'll need to get the insurance with a local rental agency because your insurance policy here in California will cover you only in the US and Canada. Have a great vacation or an awesome weekend in that rental car. Maybe you're going to rent something a little bit sportier than you drive regularly, or you're getting a big car up to the mountains to enjoy a little skiing. If you have any questions about renting a car or car insurance in general, contact our team. We're always happy to help you. This is Ruth Stroup with Farmers Insurance. I look forward to speaking with you soon.